we have our different areas of lives have different purposes that they are serving in each and every place of our lives. So as a mother, you have a purpose. As a wife, you have a purpose. As a husband, you have a purpose. As a dad, you have a purpose. As a child, you have a purpose. As a child in school, you have a purpose. As a child in kindergarten, everybody has a purpose in each and every place where they are. And as a student in school, you have Hello, family, and welcome here to another episode of Your Purpose with Edda YouTube channel. I'm glad that you are here, and if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a platform that we have all these conversations in relation to purpose and personal development. And for sure, what our aim is on this platform is just to ensure that we are evolving into our purpose. And if we are not evolving into our purpose, we have to go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves what is really happening and how can we identify our purpose. And that is why we are here. We are here to help each other just ensure that we know our purpose first of all, and we are actually sustaining our purpose in our everyday lives. All right, so today we are going to have a conversation, and it is stemming from a question that I got from one of you. The question was, Etta, do we have one purpose or do we have many purposes? What do you guys think? All right, if you don't know, let's stick until the end, and we can be able to figure out. So, first of all, I'm going to ask to start with a Bible verse, because what I know for sure is that if you believe in God, you believe in the Bible being our foundation, and that is where I normally start my teachings from, because I do not want to just come here and speak things out of my own flesh, but I like backing that up with the biblical foundation. And so I saw this verse here in the Bible. It's Romans 12:6-8, and it says that if we have different gifts according to the grace given to us. If a man's gift is prophesying, let him use it in proportion to his faith. If it is serving, let him serve. If it is teaching, let him teach. If it is encouraging, let him encourage. If it is contributing to the needs of others, let him give generously. If it is leadership, let him govern diligently. If it is showing mercy, let him do it cheerfully. I saw this specific verse and I realized that, of course, that is what we are talking about. And of course, I couldn't leave it out there without speaking to you guys about it. What is a reminder to us that we have different gifts and passions. And one way that we have talked on this platform on how to actually identify our purpose is through our gifts and passions. And so the verse is reminding us that we have different purposes according to the grace given to us. So it means that God gave you a purpose for your life and gave somebody else a different purpose for their lives according to the grace given to each and every person. So it means that I can have a different gifting, you can have a different gifting, and it is because of the graces that are different in our lives. That one is clear. And so we have different giftings, and that is why I normally appreciate the people who just express themselves in their giftings and are just speaking to people about everything that is just in them that they want to share out to the world. And it says that if it is serving, let him serve. If it is teaching, let him teach. If it is encouraging, let him encourage. So we need to identify what our giftings are, and we can be able so that you can be able to use it to the service of other people. Because if we do not know what our giftings are, then how are we going to serve it other how are we going to serve it to other people? So the first step is identifying our gifts and passion, and I can be able to just guide you through that in a one-on-one coaching session, and we can be able to just identify what is this gifting that you have, because we all have different gifts. And something else that I want to advise to say is that sometimes we don't get to know what our purpose is because we are used to our purpose. It has become so much familiar in our minds, or so much in our everyday lives, that we are too familiar with it, that when we speak about purpose, you do not see it as your area of purpose, because you have done it so many times and it is so easy to you that you are not in a position to say that, this is actually my purpose. And so that is why we need community. We need to talk to coaches who can just help us in this specific area, just highlighting that even if this is an area of my life that I am actually doing it in my everyday life, then this could be something that I need to put more effort on and create impact more to the people. So that is the second thing, because I've realized that people think that purpose is this big thing, and I'm here to tell you, purpose is not. It's it's your purpose is in your everyday life. And something else, that another way that you can actually be able to identify your purpose is through your life experiences. And that is why I say that purpose is a continuous thing. It's something that is already in you. Either you do not know about it, either you know about it, or you are just not aware about it. Maybe when somebody else gives you another third party objective feedback, then you can be able to see, actually, this is how I have been operating, and I just didn't know that this is my area of impact to other people. And for sure, when we're talking about purpose, we cannot say I am purposeful in an area and I am not sharing it out with people. That is not. We were given purpose, we were given our gifts, and we were given our passions to be able to create impact to other people. And if you think that you have a gifting in yourself and you're not helping other people, then you are not using the gift that you have been given by God to its full capacity. All right. So back to the question of, do we have two? Do we have one purpose? Do we have purpose? You have a purpose in each and every area of your life. Another verse that I read that confirms that, I got you. It's in Romans 12, verse 1. This is from the Message version of the Bible. It says, "So here is what I want you to do. God helping you. Take your everyday, ordinary, your ordinary life. You're sleeping, eating, going to work, and walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for Him." Remember when the disciples asked God, "How do you want us to pray?" The Lord told them about the Lord's Prayer. And after He told them about the Lord's Prayer, in the Lord's Prayer, it says, "May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." And so, what does this mean? It means that already your will is already done in heaven. And so, I am just here as a vessel to create that will into fruition, because I have the physical form, I have the physical body in this world. And so, God brought you here, and in each of your everyday life, literally, you going to work, you walking around, you sleeping, you eating, all these things have a purpose. And if you say eating, it's your mouth and your hand, or the senses that you use in your body to eat. If you say that that does not have a purpose into your life, then there is a problem, because for sure there is a reason why God enabled you to eat. There is a purpose. So, literally, everything in our lives has a purpose. The fact that maybe God removed you from one country to another different country, there is a purpose. And it is upon you to identify what that purpose is and ensure that you are using it to the benefit of other people and not just you by yourself. The other thing is that, so I can say, in life we have very many different purposes. So what people think that purpose is this big thing that we call either something like a career or what we do with our lives. Because purpose is your why you are brought into this world, and it is not what you do. So what most people have connoted purpose to be is the what that we do, and it's not that, it's why we do it. So when we are talking about purpose, we are saying that this specific thing, it's not this big thing, it's in our everyday lives. So we have different purposes for our lives. And if you would like to ensure that one area of your passion or one area of your gifting or one area of your purpose comes to fruition in terms of either being an entrepreneur or creating a business out of this world, then that is why you need to identify which area of purpose in your life can you be able to create a business out of it. So do you see how they are now interlinked? Because it's not about that I am a good speaker and that is why I am here. Speaking is what I do, but my purpose is to actually and help you navigate through life by identifying your purpose and finding your passion and giftings in this world and help them and help yourself in this specific world. So the reason why I'm doing this is to help you be able to identify your purpose. And for you, somebody who is there, maybe singing something that you love, and maybe your purpose is not singing. Your purpose is to minister to people. And so you're using singing and you because you have a platform, you're using singing and your platform to be able to minister to other different people, be it in their area of situations or maybe any problem that they are going through. God is using God is using the platform that you have and the mind that He has given you to minister to other people. So your purpose is why you are actually doing what you are doing and not what you are doing. We have to differentiate the two. It's not about the what, it's about the why. So you might be having a platform, you are impacting different people, but really the what is the platform that you have. And the why is that you want to educate people on something, let's say about motherhood, on purpose, on public speaking, or you want to create your platform, you want to help people live better, and that is why you are using your platform, let's say for physical fitness. So we have to differentiate these two. It's not the what, but it is the why. So once you understand that, then it becomes easy for you to actually even think about what area of my life can I be able to impact people but still be able to make money out of it. All right. So just to answer the question is that we have our different areas of lives have different purposes that they are serving in each and every place of our lives. So as a mother, you have a purpose. As a wife, you have a purpose. As a husband, you have a purpose. As a dad, you have a purpose. As a child, you have a purpose. As a child in school, you have a purpose. As a child in kindergarten, everybody has a purpose in each and every place where they are. And as a student in school, you have a purpose there. As a student at home, you have a purpose. As somebody who is working, as an employed person, you have a purpose. And you, who is a sister, a brother, a father, a mother, you have a purpose in those different homesteads. All right. So I hope that you actually get to identify that literally we are living in a world that is already done. In heaven, it is already done. We just need to accomplish it here on earth. And that is just why we are here. So, and if you are not doing that as well, then you are misusing God's resources because He has put in you something that you need to give to the people. All right, I'm gonna leave it there, and I hope that you actually get to identify who you are, identify what your purpose is. And if you have not identified what your purpose is, check out on the description box. There is a questionnaire there that I have put, and just it will just be able to just break down to you on what purpose archetype that you will fall that you are under, and we can be able to have a conversation even after that, just to see how are these things aligned with your life, how, because literally this is a conversation. It's not about that you are, let's say, a healer, or you are maybe a guide archetype and that is all. There are so many different things, and that is why it's important that we have these conversations in our communities. We have these conversations as coaches, and just to help people and just to help us ourselves and grow into more of our purpose. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a purposeful day, and I hope that you actually get to identify your purpose and start moving into that purpose. Okay, all right, see you in the next video. Bye bye.